back to my corner of the internet. I'm Shannon, and today I've got another book talk video to share with you guys. And today we are talking about Rooms by Lauren Oliver. Now, when I hauled this book, or when I talked about it in a vlog, I should say, because this book was lent to me by a friend, I said that I thought I had read something by Lauren in the past. But when I was going through her bibliography, I was like, no, I haven't read any of these, but I've heard about them. Because from what I can tell, she is mostly a YA author, and this, I think, was her first journey into adult fiction. And so about a month or two ago, I was at my friend's house, and when I'm with this friend, we always talk about books and authors and just our favorite, all of our favorites, books, authors, TV shows, movies, things like that. And I mentioned that I love haunted houses and I love dysfunctional families, and she was like, girl, read this. It's both of those things. So that's what I did, and I just finished it about 5 minutes ago. So let's get on into it. I think I'm going to keep this spoiler free, I think. If that changes, don't worry, I'll give you a notice before we get into the spoilers. But let's get into a bit of a brief synopsis about Rooms. Now, before we get into it at all, I'm just going to kind of give you a heads up that it's very dark. The entire book is, from start to finish, is very dark. There's not a lot of light in here at all. In fact, when you're reading it, you kind of feel like you're in the house in which this takes place in, and all the curtains are closed. That's the feeling I got while reading it. So what makes it dark is there's a lot of talk of death. Many different deaths, many different kinds of deaths. People wishing for death. Just if that's something that you don't like to read or makes you uncomfortable, definitely skip over this one. But I don't mind that kind of stuff. So I enjoyed this. Basically, the book picks up and we're getting it right off the bat from the point of view of a ghost in the house. And the book goes back and forth from points of view from one of the two ghosts that are originally in the house and the points of view of four different family members that are alive in the house. And they have come home because their father / ex-husband has died, and they need to go home, bury him, have his funeral, take care of the house, have the will read, all of that kind of stuff. So you meet the family members. They're all kind of broken in their own particular ways. There's Mina. She's a single mom who has just a litany of issues. One of which being anytime a man's in the house, pretty much she ends up hooking up with him in a bathroom or a bedroom. She's an adult, by the way, just because she's a single mom, but where I said she was one of the kids, but she's a fully grown adult. The son, Trenton, he's 16, gonna be 17 in a few months, and he was in an accident, a bad car accident, a little while before this, and he's still trying to recover from his injuries, and mentally, especially mentally, he's trying to recover. Then there's Mina's daughter, Amy, and she's just a little sweetheart that's in this house. And then there's Caroline, the mother / ex-wife, and she is a raging alcoholic, and she can't believe Richard, that's the man who died, her ex-husband, she can't believe he's gone. She just can't believe it. You really get the feeling that she had a lot of unfinished business with him. She had a lot of things left that she wanted to say that she really just thought she'd have time to say. So that's the living. Then there are two ghosts, Sandra and Alice, and they're both kind of unreliable narrators. We both know that they're both tied into the house somehow. They didn't live at the same time. I believe Alice is older and then Sandra is the younger of the two of them. Eventually a third ghost comes into play, but she's more towards the end. But these two, they go back and forth. They do not get along. They do not get along, and they can't figure out a way to leave the house. But as the book goes on, we find out that there are some secrets, some long buried secrets that are keeping them tethered to the house. So that's all I'm gonna say. I will give a few spoilers, but if you do not want any spoilers, now is definitely the time to click away. I enjoyed this. Out of 5 stars, I'd probably give it 3.5. I thought it was good. I found it dragged a little in some places, but it's just that kind of story. It's not action-packed. It's a slower story. And I enjoyed it. 3.5, maybe 4. Maybe 4. Like I said, I just finished it. Sometimes when I sit with it a little longer, my rating changes, but for now we'll go with 3.5 to 4. So if you like ghost stories, I really liked that the ghosts had point of view chapters. I thought that was very, very interesting. That really piqued my interest in this, and I thought it was well done. I liked the way you were never sure who was telling you the truth and who wasn't, and then as things unfolded, I liked it. I liked the way it all came together. There was not really any shockers. I wasn't overly surprised by anything. It's not really that kind of book. It's more just a pulling back of the layers, more so than a twist. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if you don't want spoilers, click away now. And thank you for watching. So, as for spoilers, I'm not going to give a ton because I'm not really sure how to give it a ton without going through the whole story, but one of the ghosts gets it in her mind that in order to be rid of this house, it needs to burn down. And she is kind of on a mission to burn it down. Because the younger ghost of the two, towards the end, the younger ghost finds a way to be free. Because her true story comes to light, and in it coming to light, it frees her, and her spirit is able to move on. But the older ghost, Alice, she just can't do it, and she's like, this house needs to burn. It needs to burn. That's the only way I can leave. Now, as the book goes on, we notice that both Trenton, the 16-year-old son, and Amy, the 6-year-old, I think she's 6, the 6-year-old granddaughter of Caroline, they are both very sensitive to the energies in the house. Amy kind of more in a childlike way. She can just sense them and she knows their story, but they don't come to her really in a dark manner. But for Trenton, they do come a little darker, and they try to use him as sort of a vessel to get some things done around the house. And he doesn't love that. It hurts him. It causes him physical pain. And there's one instance where the house catches on fire, but it doesn't burn down. It's up in the attic. It gets put out quickly. But then right at the very, very end of the book, as the family is leaving the home, they feel like, okay, this is enough. We are done here. Let's get the heck out. Trenton can hear a voice kind of pleading with him to burn it down, And of course we know that's Alice, and then he does, and then he gets the heck out of there with his family because he doesn't want to be there when the fire trucks come. And then we get a final page from Alice where she finally feels relief because she's going to finally be able to move on, and she sees all the people, the spirits from her life come to sort of collect her, to take her on to the next realm. And I really liked that. I liked the idea that the ghosts were free, because there's always that twinge of sadness when there's a spirit or something stuck in a house. So it was nice to see them get to move on. And yeah, that's basically Rooms. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was told in a readable way. You know, it's not too complicated. It's easy to get through, and a relatively quick read. Like I said, I found it some parts a little slow, and that made me take my time. Like, it took me, I don't know, a week to get through the first 80 pages. But then, like, the final 220 pages, I was able to read in 2 days. So once you just clear your mind enough to get down to it, you can get through it quickly. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having a good day. I'm getting ready to put up my Christmas tree very soon. It's currently November 4th, and we're going to be putting it up tomorrow. Normally we try to put it up on November 1st, but where that was on Monday, we were like, let's just wait till the weekend. So in my next video, you'll probably see me sitting in front of a Christmas tree. Anyway, I hope you guys are having a good day, and I will see you again really soon. Bye.